Ah, that was wonderful. Kudos to Matt and the members of the choir. Thank you, thank you, thank you for making our home here so wonderful. What is home? The first official service of the church year for many Unitarian Universalist congregations is the homecoming service. And it is almost always celebrated by people bringing water to the service that they have collected from their travels over the summer. But unless work or service called us away, most of us stayed home. Probably the safest place that we could be right now because of the COVID-19 pandemic. Few of us went anywhere. But you were asked, and some of you responded to the question, if you could go anywhere, if wishes could come true, where would you go? And we received a number of answers. No two of them were exactly the same. People wanted to go to places like Ireland, New Zealand, Argentina, Spain, South Africa, Vietnam, Newfoundland, Norway, Canada, Australia, national parks, Arizona. Someone wanted to go to a warm and peaceful place with a beautiful countryside view. And one person wanted to go anywhere as long as it was with their family. Some of the places people wanted to visit were places that they had visited before, and some of the places they had never traveled to. And as I said, there was that one person who didn't really care where they went as long as they were with their family to make up for the canceled travel plans that physical distancing and quarantine requirements have caused. But one person said something very interesting. If wishes could come true and they could go anywhere, the place they wanted to go was not the top of the Himalayas or Timbuktu or Saturn or the lost city of Atlantis. What did they say when asked if they could go anywhere? Where would they go? What they said was this very backyard. With the option to choose anywhere in the known or unknown universe, they chose home. And for most of us, it is probably true. In the best of all circumstances, we want to go to, we want to be in the place that we call home. But what feels like home to each of us? I know that I did not really think much about the place that I had been living in for almost 20 years. I didn't think about it as home until I started to leave it to come here. It's hard to leave your home. But my leaving was voluntary. Think of the people who are forced to leave the place that they call home, the place that they love. Many of the people who have tried to gain access to our borders in the South and who were put in a place that none of them could ever call home. And most recently, those who have been displaced by the wildfires on the West Coast. At least 8 families in the UU congregation of a colleague of mine lost their homes in those fires that are so virulent and spreading, and probably will have implications for us on the East Coast at some point. May we hold those people and all of the others who are undergoing this horrendous tragedy in the midst of the pandemic in our hearts. But some of us should think about this. Some think of home as the place where we grew up. And like me, some of us think of home as the place where you have lived a long time. I'm sure that home means different things to each of us. We can associate home with a physical place, and physical places can hold good as well as bad memories. But we can also say that home is defined by the positive emotions we feel. the spiritual wholeness we experience. And that definition of home is not necessarily bound up in any particular place. Almost 2,000 years ago, Pliny the Elder, a Roman author, naturalist, philosopher, and military commander, said, "Home is where the heart is." And that is still true today. Where we can truly rest, that is home. Where we can be ourselves, that is home. Where we can be loved, that is home. Where we can be renewed, that is home. Even if that where is deep inside of us. In the Time for All Ages today, you heard from Paul, Raven, and me about what home means to us. But what does home mean to you? Where is home for you? Who is home for you? Home is what we make it. Home is a place that we choose to be, and this morning we have chosen to be here together in this virtual space. This space that is coastal Virginia Unitarian Universalist. And for those of you who do not feel like it is quite like home yet, just give it a little time. We, like many other Unitarian Universalist congregations on the first Sunday of the official year, call the gathering of the water at our homecoming service a water communion. This is a ritual that is familiar to many of you and maybe new to a few. The celebration of coming together that is marked by the symbolic commingling of the water each of us would have brought here today. And this morning we are using pictures that you sent in of water as a substitution. It is often an homage to where all of us have been during the summer months. And today it will still be that. But in honoring where we have been, or could have been, or wanted to be in the days and weeks and months preceding today, I would like all of us to set our intention on where we want to be in the future. What are our hopes for that which we call home? The home that each of you are sitting in right now, the home that is the church that this virtual space represents, and the home that is the spinning globe that we are all on. Whether you sent in a picture of water to share with us today or not, know that water is not just present in our lakes, rivers, oceans, and streams. It is also present in the air around us as water vapor. It connects every body of water in a way that it is almost impossible to imagine. And it also connects us, beings also made largely of water, to each other. Thinking about the connection of the waters to each other and to us on this, our home we call Earth, makes it easy to understand how the interdependent web of existence is more of a reality than many of us would care to admit. And as you witness the virtual gathering of waters that we have prepared for you today, hold the thought that there is essentially nothing that separates one drop of water from another in the power that it holds. In our coming home, in our returning to this congregation today, even though it's virtual, may we remember that the power that we hold likewise comes from within, but it is magnified by the strength we gather from one another when we are together in whatever way possible, because of the home that we call Seaview. May we continue to be a blessing to one another as we work and play and laugh and cry together. May it be so. And now we will have the gathering of the waters in the only safe way we can do it all together.